3, 2,
Let's go.
1, go!
Oh, we got OriginalJM versus Mischief up here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Took me a while to look back at the screen. You mentioned Carson Palmer. I started reading his Wikipedia article.
Oh.
Like I don't even like care that much about football, low key.
Nah, that's my thing.
Yeah. If I had to pick like any sport to be invested in, well, the one that I was invested in for the longest time was NASCAR, but it's not like what most people like
Yeah.
consider in terms of like the traditional like super popular mainstream sports, you know?
Yeah, no relation.
Yeah. I guess if I had to go in order of like the big four, then I know a little bit about the NBA, I guess. I don't like follow it super closely, but you know, LeBron. That's about all I got. And then I don't really care about the NFL. I used to play Little League Baseball, so I kind of care about the MLB a little bit, but also not really. And then the NHL is...
I just like sports in general.
Yeah, they're cool.
I split a cable subscription with my folks just so that I can watch live sports.
Nice. I guess on the topic of sports, I've been trying to collect like every single sports game of like the big ones by like EA and 2K that have released for like the 360. Because when the 360 came out, you know, they had like 2K6 and stuff, which was actually like a 2005 game, which would make it like one of the first instances of like a game releasing on the 360 for like the next generation of consoles, but also not releasing on the PS3. Which I think is just kind of cool, because like the 360 had like a couple of months to itself on the market, where it was the only HD console, and I think it's really cool to kind of see games like during that initial era before like the PS3 was coming out. Like, what did they do to like those specific games? What were those like? Like, what were the first like big graphical changes that they had, or whatever? Or like, were there any graphical changes? I just think that sort of like thing is just kind of interesting to look at. And then also, you know, if you have like every single game in like a long-running series like Madden or whatever the hell over the course of like a console's lifespan and into like its successor's lifespan too, I think it's just really cool how you can kind of see like the evolution of like what they did with the technology and the graphics and stuff.
You know what? Madden irritates me.
How come?
There are 2 games titled Madden 25.
Oh yeah, yeah, there are. I noticed that when I went to Costco the other day. I was like, oh, they're releasing Madden 25 again.
It's honestly, it's not.
It's a remaster.
It's not as egregious as Modern Warfare.
True. I still can't believe that they released like an entire separate trilogy of Modern Warfare. Well, if you can even call it that, because from what I've heard, Modern Warfare 3 is basically Modern Warfare 2, but like kind of again.
Game!
Yeah.
It's like at least like Modern Warfare 1 and 2, like the reboots, have a little bit of like distinction between them. And like the original 3 Modern Warfare games all kind of, you know, they're built on like the same sort of framework, but they all have like a kind of own identity too. At least from like what I hear. I'm not a big Call of Duty nut. I
My only real like experiences. I played Black Ops 3 Zombies with my brother-in-law, and I watched my brother and our neighbor play a lot of Ghosts gun game, and that's about it.
I'm not really into the whole FPS thing anyway, outside of like Unreal Tournament for the PC. Which is like a 20-year-old game.
Yeah.
25 even. And I'm talking like UT99.
Ah, yeah. That game had a really good soundtrack. Like, I know a lot more games for their soundtracks than for, like, what experiences I have playing them, because I don't play as many games as I, like, listen to soundtracks of.
Yeah, fair.
But, like, a lot of games have really solid soundtracks.
But I'm really into that UT life because it's really it's really like one of the few remaining untainted FPS franchises. Probably because Epic Games just doesn't develop it anymore. It's a dead franchise, but it's
didn't
one
like
of
the last one come out in like 2008 or something on the 360.
Oh, UT3. UT3 was crazy. No.
But that was like the last one or whatever, right? Or at least the most recent one.
Yeah, until they tried to reboot it and there was like a beta, but then they discontinued it and never finished it.
Ah, unfortunate.
Because originally the reason why Unreal Engine was a thing was because of Unreal Tournament. And like every new version had the new Unreal Engine. So the new UT was going to feature UT4 or UE4, but it just never happened. And then the franchise died. And it's like it's one of the last few FPS games that it's just pick up a gun and shoot people. There's not all these crazy mechanics or whatever.
Like loadouts and crap.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
there's just
battle pass.
There's deathmatch and there's capture the flag. That's all you need.
I don't have any specific memories with Unreal Tournament, but like Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, those sort of like game modes and stuff, that reminds me of this online tank game I used to play called Tanky Online, which had a bunch of things like that. Like there was Deathmatch, there was Team Deathmatch, there was Capture the Flag, stuff.
I have an EMAC just to play Unreal Tournament on.
What's an EMAC?
Bro's too young to know what an EMAC is. So do you remember the original line of iMacs?
Oh, they were called iMac before they were called just like Mac or whatever the hell?
No, the iMac refers to the all-in-one machine. The one with the screen that is the computer as well.
I think so.
And so when they released the second generation, or the iMac G4, they released a lower-end model called the eMac for the education market. E for education, Mac. And it has a CRT display built in instead of the LCD one from the new iMac.
That's cool.
So I can play Unreal Tournament at a blistering fast 165 hertz.
Is that like the delay on it, or just like what's 165 hertz mean in this example?
That's how fast the screen refreshes. Like if you know about gaming monitors that's got 120 or 144 hertz refresh rate, that means they can display. That means they can physically display 120 or 144 FPS on the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Now this CRT can do 640 by 480 at 165 hertz.
Nice.
2,
Let's go.
Also, what's up, Scrub?
Oh yeah, has anything important happened yet?
We do not care.
Alright, awesome, yeah. I just came in from the other room.
Hell yeah. We've been chatting about, Doc was just talking about, like, Unreal Tournament and some crap. Like, the EMAC.
Bro doesn't know what an EMAC is.
Well, I know. I didn't know what it is.
You know,
because
I know
also,
who
I
Ermac
don't
is.
use
you
I
know
don't
what?
use Apple products.
We're putting
at
an
all.
emac on this. We're putting an emac on the stream.
Go for it. Go
We're
for
gonna-
it. I'm all
Yeah.
about it.
We're gonna put it right next to the melee disc.
Hell yeah. I remember at the first Flash Mountain, I think, I had, so on, like, day 2, or, like, day 3 or whatever, sometime during, like, top 16, I remember, we had Nikon, if you know, the guy who streamed Nightmare in Dreamland, that guy, who also plays Puff in Ultimate, he was on comms, I think, and Quackus was there too, and I don't remember how it came up, but Nikon was like, oh yeah, and I got in a little, like, fender bender, and, like, he
Oh wait, I
sent us
think I was there
picture
for
of
that.
the image. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Fun
so he, like,
moment.
sent us a picture of that, so I put it in the top left corner of the screen, on the stream. But, like, kind of, like, faded, like, 60% transparency or whatever, and I just left it there for the remainder of the stream, and I think all of, like, top 16 that day. I don't know if it was on for top 8. But, yeah. Okay, now put that at, like, 60% opacity.
Okay. So is that like a modern day Mac?
That's an
No.
EMAC.
No,
Oh,
that's,
okay.
that's from 2002.
You can fit a lot of good hardware in that nowadays.
You probably could if you gutted it.
Yeah,
You could play some nasty melee on that.
Probably not.
it's 60 FPS, any texture pack you want on Melee.
Yo, the mods for Link. Breath of the Wild alt Link. Or something. I don't know. I can't think. I think I am gonna go.
Gutting
with this.
an EMAC to make a dedicated gaming PC monitor would be dope. Please get out of my chat. You offended me. You can just go out and buy an old CRT monitor, and you wouldn't
Actually, a
probably find one at the
CRT
top.
gaming computer all in one? Yeah,
CRT gaming computer?
all in one.
Well,
Hell yeah.
I mean that's what I use my EMAC for. I've got
Yeah, alright.
I've got Unreal 99 on it. I've got Star Wars Episode 1 Racer on it.
Oh, nice. Nice. I don't know how good that game is, but probably nice.
It's actually really good. It's better than the sequel, because of course it is.
Was the sequel... The sequel came out on GameCube?
It came out on
trailer.
PS2.
Oh, okay.
It was called Star Wars Racer Revenge, and it was not very good.
Oh.
But the original is really good. And I believe it came out for PC, it came out for Mac, and N64, and I believe Dreamcast as well.
Alright. There's a point in time where touching TVs would shock me with static electricity. And that hasn't happened in a while. Or
Not me about it from EMAC. Throw some Unreal gameplay in the corner. Nah. That's too much. I think GoJam's gonna win this one. Same.
Alright, so we're gonna make a sandwich here.
okay, like what
Kaiju-
ingredients are you using?
510 says I always feel ancient in this community. You ain't know how long I've been here.
Oh wait, I should probably put some butter on this. You think?
Wait,
I think I'm
What?
the oldest
It's butter
devs.
bread. Scrub, what
Oh,
would you put on a sandwich? Because I just have cheese and meat with me.
okay. I mean, obviously you gotta have like something like either sour or spicy. So like you got like a mustard on you.
No, but this is Hungarian style salami that's a little spicy.
Mm.
Oh, I've
What
been
type
in
of
this-
cheese?
I've been in the SSF2 community for 13 years.
This game
What did you say, Scrub? The cheese? You were
Yeah,
asking
what
about?
type of cheese you got?
Sharp cheddar
Sharp cheddar. Okay, that's
brand.
pretty decent.
Yeah.
2,
Let's go.
1.
So I'm just gonna slice up some sharp cheddar and put it on with some...
I mean, like either pickles or like pickled onions because I think like the sourness is really good in it. sandwich.
Maybe I should get some pickles. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't have those.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna save shopping for next week because I still have plenty of food in my fridge. that I
If you
should
love
be eating.
UT2, then you're probably a few years older too. No, not UT2. UT99. The original. The Game of the Year edition.
That didn't get Game of the Year though, did it?
Oh, I believe it did.
From what publication?
I don't know. It just says Game of the Year edition on the box.
Well, I mean, I
And they
think
would-
Dead
they
Island
would-
had a Game
they
of the
would-
Year edition.
They wouldn't lie on the box, would they?
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen a book that wasn't a New York Times bestseller. They give that to anybody.
True, yeah.
Okay, but
is
like New York
fair.
Times bestseller lists are like super long. So New York Times bestseller could mean the number 1. It could mean the number 10.
Yeah. Yours.
And you could also... Isn't it like a weekly thing? Or like it's a list that's like every so often it gets updated? And it's
Yep.
like seasonal based, right? So you could be like number 1 for a week or something. And claim you're number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list.
Yeah.
Sure can.
Yeah.
Bro
They don't
says
have
50. Bro says 50-year-old. I'm not that old.
Reel it back.
And they don't make like an all-time list
All-time list of what?
of bestsellers.
I mean, they probably do, but like... How do you quantify that?
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's right. Sit down.
Okay.
Sit down and have some salami and cheese.
I just came here to see my VODs. Alright, buddy.
Let me
Well,
see.
too bad.
You have
You're ju-
set.
just-
You have set number 10.
Dude, quit
10.
peeling back the
Okay.
curtain. You can't be
Yeah,
here while
yeah.
you're playing. Alright?
He's not playing for another, like, 6 sets, though, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, I have to play. I have
You're
to play.
matching
I have
up.
to play Kaiju today. I'm not even home yet.
Bro, you're spoiling the rest of top 16.
Oh,
Get the hell out of here.
my fault. I'm leaving.
It is your fault. Get out of here.
Alright.
Good. Glad that guy's gone.
Yeah, I have to deal with Morgan sometimes.
Can't have any scoundrels running around in here. Spoiling the entertainment of this prestigious industry.
Dang, that's the whole industry.
Yeah.
I need to put away the cheese, though.
Shoutouts to me having a PS5 controller, but no PS5.
Okay, they do make good controllers though. I use it for my computer.
Same. I actually use mine for my PS3.
Yo, the compatibility is that far back. That's cool.
Well, the PS3 can also just use any controller, for the most part. As long as it's not an Xbox controller, because they're petty like that.
What's
But if
this
you got,
about Xbox controllers?
PS3 controller compatibility.
What about it?
It's compatible with anything that's not an Xbox controller.
Like the PS3 is itself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Like I can connect my DualSense to my PS3, and it works.
oh, so like any sort of controller that has like relatively the same buttons as a PS3 shop.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
And even older controllers, you can plug in your PS2 controller with a USB adapter and it'll work.
Well, yeah, of course, because you could play PS2 and PS1 games on the PS3 on like the original revisions.
Right. And
So
even
it
some of
makes
the later ones it was with mods.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine. The PS1 was always fully supported, as far as
Right.
I'm aware.
Correct.
Yeah.
Bro was sighing in my chat.
Psy.
Okay. Okay, so like, was it Psy and like Adam Levine that you confused?
Yes, yes, it was
It was.
Psy and Adam Levine. Because I thought, from the way that Adam Levine sang, I thought he would look more like Psy. Because I
get it. You know, yeah.
But also, I don't really know if I knew what Psy looked like at the time. I don't know. It was weird. It was like... I don't friggin' remember when this was. Well, no, it would have been like between like 2012 and like 2014. Maybe I did think that Psy was literally just on Maroon 5 and he just sang differently for Gangnam Style or something.
That would be so sick if that was real. Yeah.
Like he just learned a whole ass different language just to tour with Maroon 5 or play on the band. And like he previously had no affiliation with them whatsoever. Cause like, you know how a bunch of like bands are like, oh yeah, we met at school or whatever the crap. No, it's just like the 3 like other members of Maroon 5 or however many else there are. I don't even know anything about Maroon 5. But like the other members besides Adam Levine, like they all meet up somewhere and then Adam Levine, or I guess in this case it would be Psy, just randomly meets up with them after they've already kind of been established or something, and he's like, hey, I'm the new vocal.